the wild that rallies in all the beasts of the area. Did you hear it? You didn't hear it, did you?
Well, wait a minute. Who's coming? Let me see who's coming towards that sound.
They're gonna come like in herds.
Look, Randy, I don't see, there's nobody.
They it's like they're ghosts.
I mean, nobody even paid attention.
What does that tell you? It happens like that.
You know what it shows? Ear protection. Everybody,
protection.
that's
OSHA.
ear protection. OSHA.
That was
OSHA.
exactly what we were trying to get across.
Wink at OSHA. That's for them. You coming, you going. You coming, you going. In or out?
Soft.
In, out.
Soft, Brett.
Is the mic? Oh.
Hear nothing?
Is yours on?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's on. I'm always on.
Green. Okay.
Didn't hear nothing. Yeah. Oh, we'll go. We'll check on it. Anyway, I gave him a call to the wild. We were on mute and you didn't hear it. So, is that right? They were muted the whole time?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Ah.
Try it again.
All right. Look. Minda, they're just. Look.
Nobody.
Nothing. Hey. Brett!
You were a bird.
It's a peacock. I'm trying to motivate everybody.
Motivate or aggravate?
Hey, where's that going? Where's that going?
I'm going to extend that bathroom counter space.
Oh.
Just over by where the toilet is, just for a hair dryer and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
To set something on. Oh, yeah.
We got a little rough surface.
Albert is the carpenter on this job,
He is.
the builder, the designer. He was the dreamer.
It's exciting. It looks
Mhm.
great.
He did it all, man.
Yeah.
I didn't really have anything to do hardly much with it. All I did was when we started, I took his level and his tape measure away.
I threw him on the floor.
I threw it on the floor and I said, build it without, just eyeball everything and make it crooked.
They said, all right, Albert.
He did
Now,
great.
We may have to show the sinks really quick. I don't know if there's signal in there. I don't know if it's all. I don't
Never
know.
know.
I know.
All right, let's go.
And we didn't flip it off again.
What is she doing there?
Never know.
Oh, hey, listen, everybody. Hear the mic. Listen, watch.
So quiet in here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's show the sink. Let's do it quick so we don't lose everybody.
Yes.
It's so pretty.
A wooden, I don't know if it's a farm style. It doesn't come out as a farm style, but it's a wooden sink.
But it's got the front
Yes.
like,
Isn't that pretty?
oh my God, it's beautiful.
We will get a price for you on this. This will be included in our amenity package. So if you want a wooden sink, you can have one too.
And it is dusty, so we tried to wipe it off real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty. Look, Randy, I can see your reflection in that. Whoop, well, I can't see you there.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Now, over here,
Now.
of course, you want to debut the vanity sink in the bathroom. I'll get in the shower, Amanda.
You ready to see the bathroom sink? You ready? Woo!
Isn't that cool?
Oh my God, so pretty.
It's not been totally hooked up yet, but this is the basis of it. I wanted to show you all. And he's got
Wow.
actually little flecks. Is it flakes?
I thought it was called Flex.
Yeah. You can see them sparkling. There you
Yeah,
go.
sparkle. Woo!
So this is a log, and Rob did this. Rob cut it and, man, took a chainsaw and honed it, and then we put epoxy all over the outside, the inside. And you see,
Wow.
actually had to make an indentation for the drain.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Look at all the sparkle. Oh my God. Yeah, it's wood. Somebody asked if it's wood.
That is a stump right there.
Oh my goodness.
And it's hollowed in the back for the plumbing to fit.
And Albert is making a piece to go that way, I think.
I think he said they wanted it, I don't know
A
how,
counter.
I don't know how he's going to do it, because you got to be able to sit on the stoop, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, man, I'm pretty broad across the shoulders.
I know you are.
I mean, me and Paul Bunyan really got a lot coming.
If we just had a measure tape, I'd measure you.
Yeah,
If we just did.
we haven't got one.
We ain't got one. That's okay.
I need one of them cloth ones.
I've got one.
You know a cloth one?
Well, it's called fabric, but okay.
I'd like to know what 20 inches in diameter looks like.
Me too.
20. You know what? If you put a shelf on here, how are you going to be able to get in and out of here?
What? I don't know what.
Hey, a flip up.
Well,
In,
you can't
out.
Wow. Yeah, why don't we have a wooden toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Jerry
right.
just said it. A wooden toilet.
Done. You got them in outhouses.
And then if it's if it's got all this, what's it matter?
Well, you got to make a trap inside that thing.
I don't know what all that means. I don't know what that means. Just do it. I mean, there's shingles in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Beautiful.
Yep. There's a lot going on. You have to actually sit around and watch this house. You got to look, and you got to look at because every single board was cut specifically for each spot. It was laboros.
Hi, Randy.
Yep. All right, moving in this way, Amanda, if you will. After the kitchen sink has been up, this is the panel box.
Mm-hmm.
And we covered it with a box, and this is a rendering of the house. And Farley is a lady that works for us, and she did this rendering for the owner. And then on the inside, let me see how we got it. We haven't done it yet. He's wanting us to all sign whoever worked on his house.
Oh, that's good.
They'll put signatures on it, and of course, this is your panel box.
Nice.
And there's 8 circuits, 4 and 4. And as you see, we got it labeled. Kitchen GFI, bathroom, our bedroom and all that stuff, stove, refrigerator, lights, plugs.
And everybody's liking the panel box having a
Cover.
cover that looks nicer.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And we're coming up with some other things on these panel boxes, different sizes, so we're looking into other manufacturers to help us out.
But you still have to have it 2 feet off
No,
the ground.
you don't need that anymore. Nope.
Okay, so that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also,
And real quick, just the sinks are custom. We made the sinks.
we
Rob.
did. Yeah, Rob made them. We make them right here in the shop. And also those barnwood cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could point out the difficulty in using barnwood. All right, see, this has got a red tint.
Yeah.
That was the actual color of the barn wood that came in on a truck. And a lot of it was from Arkansas. And it come out of a pre-Civil War building. And all this wood was dried, sanded, but still left all these gnarly marks in it. See these old holes? That's from nails that were in it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, and then you got the wood color. But also, let me show you, this is inlaid, all right? That's a notch. So this is notched to just fit, and this moves around, but it won't come out.
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah, Rob's a, craftsman. And then you got here, your countertop, and see how we do these all the time anyway, but this notch here, that's not made from a CNC machine or anything. It's made from a table saw.
Right.
And a router. And that's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, but the actual...
And the refrigerator, I like this. It's
And then-
refrigerator cover, right?
Yeah, and that's an RV refrigerator. So it's DC, AC, and AC, DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, heard that before. And then, but it has a panel that you can remove.
Okay.
And so it allowed us to put something else on the front.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
And
Now,
of course this is, just,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yep. What I like about it is you've got this barnwood, right? That's really nice and finished. Then you got the countertop that's even finished even more. But then you go ahead and you throw a splash of this gnarly barnwood trim.
Right.
And then it's even more gnarly with this over here with a big spike in it, and it's just...
Yeah, the rusted nails and all that stuff.
So I think what a great...
and you can't buy this. This isn't something you go and buy.
There'll never be another one like it. The home will never be
the
another
whole
one.
house is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Like, look here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Everything. From this big log we got here,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let me turn around and show it. I love that whole scene right there where it's real crooked looking.
Hey, Amanda.
And it's got a hinge.
Hey, do you like this whole scene? Nah.
It's a little clouded now.
It's
just little, something's just not right about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
There's something missing?
something not quite clear.
Really?
Yeah, I think it just has a little too much in there.
Just, yeah. Well,
Oh, Now it's perfect.
Perfect.
Hey, Randy, will you turn that light on right there?
Yeah.
The fan. Oh my goodness, look at there. That's so cool.
How's that?
Can you lay on that bench?
It would take up the picture again. It'd be too much. Well, of course I can lay on her.
See if you can lay on it.
All right, you got to understand that board's about 4 inches wide, all right?
Yeah.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, just to show it for
Watch.
size purposes.
This would be like Joe Namath, man.
I was getting ready to say that.
Watch
Like
here.
the pantyhose commercial.
Oh yeah.
Watch your hip.
Look here. I got one hip on her. How's that?
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I do too. So Stephanie said, I love this house so much. And the sinks, man. And look, they sent these.
Yep.
Look how that is. There's so much to take in this house.
A lot.
Well, you want to show the loft? Can you reach up and show? Well, they can see the loft from there. Like that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's a DC light right up there, battery powered 12-volt battery light
Okay.
up in the peak. And we also have one in the kitchen.
And what's that for?
And it's when they're camping and they don't have, regular plug shore power. They can use their DC power.
Is the ceiling insulated?
Always.
Angelina just asked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Angelina, it's got closed cell spray foam insulation underneath walls and ceiling.
I love who just said that, Daniela. Unfriggin' believable craftsmanship. Sheila's asking, I have a question for the old barnwood. I'm highly allergic to mold and different spores of the atmosphere. Would I have a problem with the barnwood in my home?
You might.
I would say she might too.
All right. You see this right here? That dark? That come from being out in the rain and sitting. And so, I'm not a doctor of mold, but that could be a part of some sort, unless you bleach it and clean it and go. But I probably wouldn't subject myself to some of this because I'm sure some of it's got some of that in it, even though it's natural,
I know. That
Like
was a
this,
good question.
this is from the sun. This is bleached from the sun. But that's not, because the whole thing's not bleached.
Right.
Okay?
Now, what can they do with this? If they say, you know what, I want it to, when they get it, they would put the mineral oil on it. They would put, I just bought linseed oil to put on my stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that. Polyurethane.
Like on the walls and the. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to somebody and they're putting oil on their countertops, which is awesome. I don't know about on the floors. I guess you could on the walls. I mean, normally we've always polyurethaned everything. And if you're allergic to that, I'm sure you can get an organic poly. Yep.
What was the trap door? What's that about?
All right. Point this out. It's not cleaned out yet.
They said, tung oil.
The tung oil. Yep. This is just your pumps and your lines for your pumps, your tanks.
Okay.
These are fresh water, gray water, black water tanks.
And what size tanks?
I don't know what size. I think we tried to get 50-gallon tanks in here.
Okay.
And they're fit in between floor joists.
Okay.
Yep. And then you got a closet.
Now that's a good idea. American Pie said on here, you need to cut out a half moon shape. You know how they did that in the old outhouses and things like that? That's cool. Love this. Look at that.
Nice closet. Underneath there's a clothes rack.
And I love the
logs
that
hold the boards up.
Beautiful.
Because
Okay.
everywhere you turn, there's some detail that's been added to this house.
Is that a locust tree?
Yeah.
It looks like it. I was going to say it looks like those at my house.
Yep. That's a locust.
All right. That's very nice. And that is the heavier, thicker shake shingles.
Yes. There's some gnarly
Cedar.
shake shingles. Yeah.
Beautiful. They smell so good.
Yep.
Okay.
How loud? Wow.
Oh, what a difference.
That's crazy.
Okay.
This is a busy place.
Very busy.
Everybody is just weird. Everybody's a little sweaty. Everybody's running. Yep. Now that we got them skylights in it, it's making it kind of hot in here. And I thought about that. But you got light.
Yeah, that is true.
You know what? We were always talking. We would rather have natural light than the
Oh yeah.
the lights from the light.
Oh, it makes a big difference. And it boosts your mood. That's just a fact in your brain.
Is that what it does for you, man, to boost your mood? Is that what you do? The light boosts your mood.
I'm not going to talk to you.
You promise?
Hey, Bryce. Whose is that? I don't recognize.
That's Kimberly's.
Oh, is that him? Oh, they've already got the outside.
Yeah,
done.
man.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful? Yep. I just love changing up the textures of these houses. I like going from the lap siding to the shakes.
Yeah.
It's just awesome, man. And think about it. I know you don't want to pay the extra money, but if that's $400 or $500, it's forever.
Forever.
And
It's
I love it.
That looks really good. And too, so she's got, so the shake shingles, is that actual cedar or is that from, what are those shake shingles?
LP.
So they're at LP. Okay. So they're good forever, like you said.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't see it over the weekend, so.
Yeah, and then hers has got a salt box dormer and an irregular dormer on it, you know? That.
Is that the first
Does that
one
not-
that we've done in that style?
Yes, with a salt regular going around the
Love
front.
that.
And does that not look like a regular
Yeah.
home you would find in a
It is.
subdivision or
I like
something?
that.
Yeah. And what does it, Amanda, is the overhangs.
Yes.
You got an overhang up there, and the windows, and it's just cut up all over the place,
Makes
man.
a difference.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ugh.
My God, you're on me. Just
Yeah, you
back
wish.
off.
You wish.
Back off.
Okay. Here's Joseph.
I know, there's Joseph. Hey,
Joseph starting another one. Let me point something out here. Can you guys see how straight that line is down through there?
Yes. McClaya. Amber just told me.
Oh, okay.
Brenda.
See how straight that is through there? Okay, come over here, everybody.
Hey, I got another letter from the mail. It's in the office.
Every one of these holes, all right, we went from here to here, we snapped the line, and then every one of these holes is a progression of going downhill, all right? So from this end to this end, every one of them had to go down a little bit, and everyone had to be
really?
drilled individually to make sure.
Oh.
So you're thinking, how in the world do you get a big old long pipe, right, inside of all that? What we do is we drill a hole at the very end, and then we slide it all the way in, and that way he doesn't have all these little pieces in here. But doing these drillings like that is perfect. That's exactly what we want to do right here. Also, how he's notched this out, what happens is you got a 2.5-inch stud wall, and this will be inside the wall just a little bit, but then when we put our V-groove over top of this, you hone out just the back part of the V-groove because he'll come up just like this and then up, and that hides all that. These little tricks right here is what we've learned over the years of how to hide the drain, where to put the vents, the water lines, and how to do that right there. Your sewer. Perfect, buddy. So, with your toilet setting here, when you put a 2.5-inch wall, that's your rough framing. So from there, you want to go 12 3/4 dead center to that. And then if you got a 36-inch area for we very seldom get 36 inches. Then we pull from here to the center, it's 15. We hope to have 15 to 18 inches just for, room for the toilet. Over here is usually a washer or a kitchen sink, okay? This is probably a bathroom sink right here. So you got your bathroom sink tying in. You got another, so we can show you right here what's going on, all right? So right here we have your toilet, we have a sink, we have a shower, and then we got a washer and dryer.
And the homeowner's on here. She said, that's mine.
Yep, and then at the other end of the house, like way down there, you've got a kitchen sink, all right? So that kitchen sink will run all the way down here. It'll tie into the sewer, and it all comes out here at the bottom.
Okay.
Now you're thinking, if I've got a sink there, I got a shower there, and I've got a washer and dryer there, and I got a kitchen sink here, what is this thing?
Right.
Right?
What is that thing?
I don't know. No, what that is,
We don't know what that is.
it's a boo-boo.
What does that mean?
That is a vent. So when you flush your toilet, sometimes if you flush your toilet, if you don't have the proper vent, it needs air to flush.
Okay.
So it's going to take air from here, and we usually go up and see that little vent on the side of that house.
Mm-hmm.
We vent them out the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will suck air while you're flushing your toilet or taking a shower, and it won't suck the traps dry. Sink in your shower, in your washer and dryer. So you have to vent, all right? And then under your kitchen sink, what we do is we put a Studer vent, which is a vent that doesn't go outside, but it's underneath the sink, and it's a one-way valve, and it only allows air to go in, not to come out. And also them little traps, all right? I was watching a video, the guy was having this big jet and was cleaning out the traps and under a sink, and that's where you have all your problems, because all of your hair and grease and grime gets in them traps because it's a loop. Those keep the smell from the sewage to come back up inside your house.
Okay.
Yep. So anyway.
I remember when you was talking about sucking air. Do you remember whenever you asked that boy that time what he did, and he said, and he couldn't answer what he did, and you said, "What do you do? Just suck air in and out?" And we were at church. Remember that? So what do you do? Randy said that to him.
Yeah, like, well, he couldn't come up with nothing.
Well, he didn't know what to say.
Yeah. But Joseph does a great job.
Yes.
I don't have to watch him. I don't have to look over him or anything.
Right.
Yep, he's just great. Yep, that's a 9x20. You know what? The last 2 months we've been coming on here.
Yeah.
He's been popping them out about every 4.
This is literally like the 3rd or 4th one since we've been coming out here.
Yeah.
Him doing them. So.
Yep. So he's a good guy, man.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. You can see we got Bubba up on the roof. He's putting the heat and air system in.
Oh, good.
Yep. And so we're on every aspect of every home here, trying to expedite, get them out, get them done, and we're finishing up everything. We got some straggler homes out here we need to get done. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go see if Tom has pulled up the Renaissance house?
And let's just do just an outside look of Sickle, because I think Amber, I believe, said that Matt was picking it up in the morning.
Okay.
Somebody said that it was a good looking
Where's
talking about Joseph.
Where's Sickle's house?
Hey, Kevin, was you on the side of the road a little bit ago?
Yeah.
I was just about to
using the
stop.
phone.
Well,
I was using the phone.
I was gonna stop and get you, but I was in the smart car. I was like, there ain't no room for nobody else.
Sickle. Yeah, it's getting ready to go.
Yeah, it's leaving in the morning.
We're almost done. A little, nitpicking stuff.
Cool. You know, this is a 12 volt, 120 volt, AC, 3-4 wire. So this is our ANSI.
Mm-hmm.
Sewer outlet connection, city water connection.
Oh.
Okay.
So you put all the, okay, good.
And yep, and all those connections are under the house.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And then of course we can walk around. Man, white is blinding me.
Oh my God, I got my sunglasses on.
And then we got a vent. This is another little vent here. I'm gonna point out a screen I see maybe not there. Hey, Susan. Isn't that nice? Exterior plug on this end and on the front. Yep. You know, if you think about it, what else do you want in a house? I mean, this has got every single thing that a normal house would have.
Yeah.
Exterior plug. It's got, I mean, it's just beautiful, man.
That'll be gone, leaving in the morning.
Yeah, isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, now another truck's been working on.
It's always something.
All the trucks.
That thing was getting ready to break down.
I know.
What you got here, buddy? Look at him, Amanda. Look at him.
This thing's dirty. It's real dirty.
I was gonna hug him, but I didn't want to get my white shirt all messed
Lord.
up.
I would suggest it.
I'd say that one was probably pretty low on oil.
Susan's inside, kind of dolling it up, tweaking
Yeah.
a little bit.
And that's the one we toured yesterday.
We did, yeah, we sure did. So,
Looking good.
all right.
I'm assuming Ace has been
He's here digging, scratching.
Been here digging.
What
are those for?
Well, this is 200,000 square feet of concrete that at one time was completely under roof. And those are support posts, and you'll find them in lines in areas.
I see.
And then they just cut them off flush with the concrete.
Okay.
So we haven't went back yet and filled them with concrete.
Okay.
Yep. You know, when we hit this concrete, we're at to this location, had building. So we had to build a building. And while we were building buildings, the guys were still building in the old building. Then we brought them down here, had to have electricity. So they were building while we didn't have a building. And then when we started the building, it just kept going. It's like, because you don't ever have enough money to just stop and put infrastructure in. So all that has just been, and we don't stop. For a year and a half, we've been running after our tail, just trying to make it. Do it again, and it goes over and over and over. And on the weekends, it's more stuff. And but that's what I want to do is we're going to get this place. As you can see, it's getting cleaner, more organized. It's just exciting. What you gonna say?
And real quick, I just want to add, because Brenda talking about her house with the one Joseph's building.
Yeah.
With the compost, she's getting a compost toilet.
Right.
Now, you always plumb for a regular toilet in case, right? Is that what you normally
Yeah.
do? Or no?
You know, I always suggest we'll plumb it, and then you won't see the plumbing.
Right.
And the reason I do that is if something ever happens, and you guys want to resell this thing, and somebody wants to put it in, wow.
It's already there.
Yeah, and if you don't, it is a mess to put a toilet in
Let's
later.
rip everything up, right?
It'd be a mess.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to clear that up because Amber had put on there, said the compost is on your prints and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just want to kind of clarify that.
Yeah, we always plumb it all the time.
And
except for
there is
regular.
EJ's remodel that is coming up.
Man, how old is that house? 3?
This is the, and this the 4th year?
Might be.
I think this is the 4th year, 3 or 4 years.
Yep. And we're gonna put a door on the side, some windows, a dormer and stuff. There's a whole list of things we're gonna do on that.
Yeah.
Yep. So
That's
that's
awesome.
yep, that's EJ's house. I'm excited about that. A remodel.
And you know, we've had people ask about this. Said, will you be doing homes with pullouts? People ask and have never followed through with it yet.
I'm working on one right now.
Thought you were.
It's
yeah.
for a guy in the military, and I'm trying to do a pullout of trying to get some pricing, and he's waiting on me to get a price back. But it's got 3 pullouts.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, slide outs.
Right.
Yeah, we've never done one, but we'll learn and kind of show you as we go for sure.
Okay.
Yep. And let's see this here. This is our Renaissance home we wanted to show you today. The good news, everybody, is that I was going to stage these homes, and it seems like every time when I got here this morning, we had to go over the build systems inside the building. And then I had to run to Knoxville and meet with the engineer today. And I thought it would take maybe just a half hour, 30 minutes, and it ended up taking 2.5 hours, and it was really good.
It was important.
And
too,
so we got
yes.
some really good information. The work is being expedited. We're going to get done at the end of the week, have our survey done. You need to get out of the sun, Amanda?
Oh yeah, probably.
And then,
Show the house there.
yep, so that'll all be taken care of. Also, the prairie. We have gotten right now officially 36 lots in the prairie.
That's awesome.
So it's 6 more than we thought. Maybe able to add a few more, but we're actually going to put room in for a pond, a lake system in there. So we're excited. The lots are going to be 50 by 60. Big lots, big wide roads. I just don't want to crunch everything together, okay? But people will be side by side. I've got the plat of that. I'll be naming the roads, submitting it to the 911 here in Cock County. As soon as they do that, I can pull electrical permits and going. But right now we can doze, we can go, we can lay it all out, and we're rolling. So they're thinking the surveyor will be out here probably in a week or 2. And once they lay out the roads and lots, it's done. I've already talked to excavator. We got more machinery coming in Monday. We're going to be digging all the primary in the forest immediately. We put more.
And you're bringing extra men.
Extra men, extra machines, extra dump trucks, extra everything. I want it done yesterday.
Yeah.
And so we're pulling up concrete, we're backfilling, we're putting water lines in, I'm pulling, it's just exciting.
Right.
This is something I've been wanting to do for a year.
Right.
And finally it's just done. And we have been through so much with the state, with the COVID, with the permitting, with the ANSI, with the financing, with everything. But you know what? We stood tall, we stood strong, we kept going, we didn't give up. And then here we are. So
right, exactly.
that's what was going on today, and I didn't have time to stage these houses for you to go in. But I wanted to show you this. When we talked to Tom, he said this was pretty much ready. We wanted to open up the awning on the other side and then we didn't get a chance to do that yet.
Let me ask you this. So
Yeah.
Just a little backstory. The
Yeah.
homeowners of this, they go to festivals, Renaissance
Yes,
fairs.
yeah.
And they weren't able to go because of the COVID. So they're picking it up in a couple of weeks. Are they back on the schedule? Or do
I
we
don't know. Tom's been in contact with them,
Okay.
so I don't know if the Renaissances are, back going or not.
Right.
I'm sure they want their home anyway
I'm
for the
sure,
summer
yeah.
anyway,
Okay.
so they need to come and get their home. The only thing we haven't put on here yet is they wanted an old squiggly smokestack.
Oh, okay.
And that's the
cool.
only thing we haven't put on in it. It's just for looks.
Okay.
But if John and
Angelique.
Angeline
Yes.
want to, just if they're curious about that, that'll be added to the house.
Can we go inside?
Yeah,
Is it
let's
okay
see.
too? Let me just show that door really quick. That is stunning. I love that door.
Now we've got some underpinning that's stored inside.
Okay.
So it's not staged for,
No,
yeah, that door is cool, isn't it?
that is. You know what? It's simple, but I love the great big, the squareness. It's just cool. I like it.
It's kind of Renaissance.
It is,
isn't it?
and we Rob built it, or they built it in the wood shop, right?
If you would, hang on right there. I'm opening this
Okay.
window.
Okay.
Because they actually wanted an awning window on both sides.
I see.
So when they're vending at these Renaissance festivals,
Yes.
all right? And you make it higher.
That's awesome.
Okay? Yeah.
And they do all their vending and everything out through there.
Give me your money.
Give me your money.
Yep. Isn't that cool?
That's very cool.
And then we had just your basic fronts for your cabinets, right? Countertops. And then they've got a nice large fridge. I love this house. There's a lot of room.
Very nice.
You know what I think I love? I like things that are simple. And this is not cluttered with anything inside here. Let me close that window out. So you got these little brackets that goes on right there, right?
Okay.
And you just pull that back and put that in there. Yep. So the simplicity of this home, even though they're going to be in a Renaissance festival.
What size is the Renaissance? 8 by 20?
Yeah, 20.
20. It's 8 by 20.
Yep.
Wow.
There we go.
And they got one of the fold down tables like
Yep.
Ann got with her with the gray house.
Done. Yeah, cool. And this is another window that folds out. It's an
I
awning
know,
window.
it looks wider. It really does. Somebody said, EJ said only 8. Wow, it does look wider.
It's just because there's nothing in here.
And too, honestly, they could have had a bigger fridge, I bet. Because it looks like,
They got room.
Yeah, they got room.
They got room. Look, you got 4 drawers.
Yeah.
All right. You've got under your kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And you got another drawer here.
I know.
Look, this is actually a step. Look here. You look under there.
Oh my goodness, cool. That's cool.
Yep. What do we got? Now it won't close.
Oh, there might be something fell behind it.
Oh, here it is. You know what? There's a bracket here to keep it from
So it
closing.
won't oh, that's good.
So you got to lift it up and then close it.
How many cubic feet is that fridge? Do we know? Does it say?
10.
Okay.
It's 10. And this has got a double dormer, so this is a Freedom with a double dormer. What's the matter, Amanda? Don't start with
I'm
me.
not gonna. I know.
What? Look at these big beams. I remember we put these big beams in here.
Yes.
Yep. I wanted to look. Yep. Barn door. We got
That
it
is
slot.
so cool. Look at the ceiling right there.
Now this is the showers we used to put in when we had this PVC board.
Yes.
And look, they're good size.
They're a very big size. Yep.
That's a nice bathroom, man.
Yeah, it is.
See, this is 36, so you can tell on the toilet
Switch with you.
how much room there is. Yeah, And the wall-mounted sinks, I know, look, they're saying you can't even get your face in there, right? In here. Let me turn it on. We got water.
It's really for what?
How's there water in here? Look.
Yikes.
And so you're looking in here. What are you going to do with this sink?
You can brush your teeth. Just brush your teeth. Wash your little hands.
My little hands?
Wash your little hands. Now, why is it up on a step, the toilet?
Oh, no.
I don't either. No reason for it.
Well, I remember we ran into a situation on that thing. I think they've got a tank under there.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yep.
Oh, that's why there's water.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. What kind of
Well, I'll be
slide
darned.
door
Look at
is
this.
it?
Look at this door. See this notch?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. What's the other side?
So there's no
look like?
barn door track. Look. See right there?
Well, I'll be.
Love it.
Great.
You remember the first house I did?
Yeah.
Like Hobbit house?
Yeah.
Okay.
The two doors.
Yeah, I had 2 doors and I wanted them on rollers.
Yeah.
So I took a hole saw, which is a hole saw with a drill bit in the middle, and I drilled through pieces of wood, and I put a hollow spot in the bottom of the door and a bolt through it, and they rolled on a piece of wood.
It's
A wooden
gorgeous.
roller. It was cool.
That was one of the prettiest houses.
That was cool.
Let me see if I can step up here. Here, hold me to where. There we go. Okay. Oh, nice. And this right here, just explain what's flipped down
Well,
here.
this is the table that they wanted. So when they did work, right?
Love that.
Yeah.
Look at that. And it flips down.
Yeah, and there's another leg over there. And they wanted it this tall because when they're vending and they're selling things, they can have the cash register right here, all their products and everything, and the window kicks up. Out there is their awning. It comes out both sides, the top, and so you've got all that. Yeah.
Because to understand, too, is that they live in here while they're going to the festival.
Exactly.
That's their deal.
Yeah. I would like to see it after they decorate it.
I would, too. Yeah, I would, too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just show these beams one more time because those are really, really cool. Okay, then we can show the other side of it outside.
Yeah.
Because it holds a lot of merchandise.
But them commenting how wide this is,
Yeah.
it's because there's nothing in it, man.
Yeah, true.
I mean, this is open.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you need stuff like, there's no closet. All right, so you need a closet.
Mm-hmm.
But even if you put a closet back there in the bathroom, when you come out, I mean, it's still not invading a lot of this space here,
That's right.
Yep, even 2 closets back there.
It's just a different mentality when you're in a tiny house. You don't bring
Yeah.
everything you got like in my house. You just don't.
No.
Well, there's no way.
You would need 15 tiny houses.
Well, there's no way.
Yeah. And who was I talking to?
There's Ace. He's following the paint people.
And but once you live in here, I think the less cumbersome and the bigger room that you have, I think the more you're going to like living in your home, and you're going to live in it longer. That you have to sidestep everything and move.
Yeah.
You have to move something 3 times to get to it.
You're going to move it for good.
You're going to get tired of that over the years.
That's going to get really old.
I remember we watched a video in I think it was at Anna White, and she designed some really nice homes. And what's going on?
Oh, where you been, Duncan? Ah!
I think.
Well, let me down. Come on, honey. Wow. Ah.
I guess.
Let me show-
Like that,
Yeah.
and then this side pulls out.
Okay.
And you need to before, and especially traveling with it,
Yeah.
didn't really know what to do or how to work it.
Out here, it's hot or whatever outside.
Yeah.
It was cool inside. It was not stuffy in the house.
No, it's been here all day.
That's-
So it's home.
That's spray foam
You know,
in it.
yeah. Oh yeah, I was talking to Greg and Lisa. Greg, they're out of Memphis,
Okay.
and they might be watching. And he was talking to another company, and it was funny because he said, I said, well, what's the other companies, what was your discussion with them? I didn't want to know what their prices or anything like that, but how it was. And he goes, you know what? All they wanted to talk about was you. So they wanted to know about Incredible Tiny Homes, like how big are you? What do you do?
Really?
What's the out? Just all these questions. And I laughed because that's what I want to know. If people talk to a customer,
Or they ask.
Yeah, I want to know how many they build, how many guys they got, where do they put them out, you know, where are they located.
Curious.
And it is curious. And I thought, man, I would love. I don't know if other competitors can handle, you know, being together without, you know, everybody putting out their chests and being all that. But I would love to get with a bunch of builders, and we all exchange stories and what we're doing and how we do things. I wouldn't care at all to do that, but I just don't think that's gonna work. But
well, you could. We could do an invite.
I'm thinking about it.
Some invites of some places that you're interested in, just kind of talking to them.
Because you know what? Ever since I've been in business, I've never downed or dogged anybody. Now now it's competition, and we'll talk about, you know, your prices are way high and we're going to undercut you and all that. That's just pure business. That's just fun stuff. They remember Tennessee, was it Titan Tiny Homes?
Oh my God! Yes.
They were saying because their homes are made out of iron and steel, and they're stronger, and they could put a house on they could put a car on top of the house. And they wanted me to challenge it, and I said, yeah, I'll put a car on top of a house, no problem at all. And so we did a video, and you can look back in our Facebook videos. So I dressed up like this Titan, Greek toga Titan guy, and I got on top of the roof, and I pulled up this car, right, with a big rope. And I grabbed the car, and some of you might remember, and I grabbed the car, and it was a big plastic car, and I put it on the house. But it was fun to do that.
It was fun.
I think it's neat because I think there's some really neat ideas that we need to share with each other. I don't know it all.
Well, it could be a tiny house summit you could do, like a little tiny house, and it's just you guys.
I dare you to
come.
Because
listen, you know, some people may be afraid to do that, but the amount, just being here, the amount of work and thinking and knowledge that it takes and experience it takes to do this, if you think you can come in here and just be told what we do and go and do it, good luck. Because that ain't how it rolls.
No.
It ain't how it rolls.
No.
The experience you have is invaluable. The knowledge that you have about building, the mistakes that you've made and learned
makes me even smarter.
Makes you even stronger and smarter.
That's right. So that's why I'm so smart. The only reason you're smart,
all
those mistakes, for sure. Yep. But it's true, you know, these guys, I know our guys would love to have some competitors come in here. Man, we love, as soon as somebody comes from another company, we just pick their brain.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on them.
Be respectful.
What kind of tools do you use? Yep. So
well, cool.
We might do that. I might have a summit and dare guys to come here. Maybe I'll have to think of a real neat thing to do when they do get here.
There'd have to be an end little competition.
Yeah.
And it'd have to be you builders would have to build something. You'd have to show your speed, your knowledge, and something, and y'all be.
You know, like the lumberjack things. Mm-hmm.
There'd be a pile of something, and y'all got to make something out of it. Like boom.
Yeah.
So who comes if they dare?
Nationwide tiny home.
Yeah.
Just for builders.
That'd be fun.
That
would be a lot of fun.
You talking about guys coming here swelled up.
And you'd house them. You got apartments.
Yes.
If they're empty.
Well, they'll bring their own tiny home.
Well, yeah. Duh.
Duh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow because we're going to pop open 2 more homes. We're going to show you the inside, the outside. Also, I want to take you through stages of Joseph's home. Mm-hmm. Joseph's plumbing that home right now, and we're going to keep you on stage. It was actually what Greg had told the company that was asking questions about us. He said, hey, Randy at ITH, they show you everything. They show you everything. He was going to light a firecracker out of it.
Oh my God, I would have done. His mouth, he went, and I'm like, oh, something's bad wrong.
Put it in that bucket.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. If he would have lit that, I would have died. I'd have had a heart attack and died right here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chuck! I told him earlier, I said, you ain't worth killing.
So, I thought he was going to do it now, but but when it comes to the competitors, one thing they wanted to know is like, you know, how fast do you build? What does he get done? All that kind of stuff. And I think it's kind of neat that we all want to know that about each other.
Of course.
You know? Mm-hmm. And there's something else I was going to say. He'd come up there. But what do you ask? I'm sorry, it was a question about something. But you know, we are another customer told me today. They're coming back tomorrow to pay for their home. She said that they had called 20 other builders.
20.
None of them even come close to us in price. The one that won was Liberty out of Pennsylvania. Liberty Tiny Homes. They can't even come close. They were just the ones that were less than the other 20. You know. So.
Randy, look coming here.
What?
I feel like something's happening.
Listen, when it comes to a stick of dynamite, it just draws
Are
everybody.
you doing it now? Oh God, Randy, we got to show it. Everybody's got to see it. Look at Joseph. Everybody's got to see it.
Chuck's a culprit.
Chuck is. He is. Oh, I got to back up. Look at Bob. Everybody walks up. Oh, well, I got to back up. Well, what about Ace, Randy?
Where's he at?
He's right here.
Come here, Ace. I don't want you to get scared.
No. Grab a hold of
Come over here at the shade. Come right here in the shade.
Stand right here.
Good boy. Yep. Here we go. Come here.
Ace gonna get it. What is it, Ace? What was that?
Woo!
God!
He didn't even flinch.
No, he didn't even.
No, he did nothing, man.
Oh my God! What a mess.
God.
We got that on film.
That's
so.
neat.
Ooh.
Good job, Ace. I thought I was going to hit Laura's car.
God help us. All right, good.
All right. So
Oh, I gotta get up the phone.
we got people everywhere. Again, behind me, behind you, everywhere. I got to get going. So, hey, everybody, have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
And come by tomorrow. All right. Do your notification, and hit the button and all that. And
there'll be more updates. People are
Tons of
asking about
stuff.
the
God,
forest.
there's so much.
And there's so much. And just real quick, just say that we're going to do an a customer's packet, right?
Yes.
We're working on that.
Yep.
With
Everything.
all the information.
Everything.
Okay.
From my birth certificate to everything.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we gotta go.
What it is, I have been so busy. I've got 10 things on my mind. I got people waiting. We just got off a phone conference, and then before that, I had a meeting with an engineer, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. So, hey,
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to show you more homes. This is an exciting time. So come and see us at 850 Industrial Road, okay, Newport, Tennessee.
Never a dull moment.
Bye.
Bye.
You're gonna see who these is over here.